Yes, down here live at Sait's Culinary Campus. 11 a.m. this morning on Stephen Avenue. Is a pancake parade going to be going on?
That's right. We got a bit of a pancake parade, so we're going to showcase some different pancakes from around the world.
Okay, now we had a question in the studio.
Of course.
You know, at Stampede, you might call them a flapjack. We've heard them referred to as hotcakes or pancakes. Is there a correct way to refer to this culinary delight?
I think it kind of depends on where you are in the world, and where you know, we might call them griddle cakes or flapjacks or you know, pancakes, something like that. You know, just kind of depends on where you are. I don't think there's a proper term necessarily.
Rose by any other name. Okay.
Why not?
Building the better batter. We're starting with the basics. What makes a good batter, and what do people do wrong at home, maybe?
A couple things. When we're making a batter, it's really important to make sure that we've got a good leavening agent. So we want to have some eggs, we want to have some baking powder in there. That's what's going to make our pancakes nice and fluffy. You know, the steam from the eggs is really going to make them rise up a little bit. So we want to do that. We also want to make sure that we're adding a little bit of tang. I think that the best thing about a pancake is having a little bit of tanginess to it. So we're going to use some buttermilk in ours, which is going to be really nice. So you know,
okay, so we get things started here.
Absolutely.
You've got some of this. Okay.
So we've got just a little bit of all-purpose flour right there, and I'll get you to start kind of dumping some of these into the flour.
This is
That's your baking powder, your baking soda, your sugar, and your salt.
Pre-measured, depends on how many you're serving. I take it.
Pre-measured, absolutely. This is going to be a good amount for us.
Here?
Yeah, that's some baking soda there.
Okay, we got the soda, we got the powder.
In, lovely, and then a little bit of sugar to finish it off.
Aw, that's sweet.
There we go.
Okay.
Beautiful. And so then we're going to add in our cracked eggs here. So we're going to do a couple fresh eggs.
You can do the modifications if you're gluten-free, if you don't want the eggs. If
yeah,
you want the
you know,
whites.
if you're gluten-free, you want to buy some gluten-free flour, and then you can certainly do that. But yeah, we're going to make them full of gluten this morning, and you know, the good way to do it. So.
Okay, we got about 30 seconds. When do I dump this in?
Okay, you're going to wait. So we're going to dump in all of our liquids here first. You're going to grab that whisk to your beside you. I've got some oil, a little bit of vanilla, and finally our buttermilk, and then we're going to sift that all into our mix here. So we're going to grab our sifter there, and then I'll stir this in. If you want to just kind of keep on stirring it in, dump it forward. And the reason we do this is we don't want to get any lumps in there. So we want to make sure that there's no lumps in our pancakes. So by putting it through a sifter, we can make sure that there's nothing in there. We're just going to stir that in, and then the important thing about it afterwards, we want to make sure that that batter has a chance to kind of rest for about 20 minutes or a half an hour.
Okay. Well, we're wrapping up here. We're sifting, we're whisking, and we're waiting about 20 minutes. Building the better batter en route to the griddle cakes, hot cakes, pancakes, or flapjacks, you guys. So we'll find out how this batter's doing in a bit. Look good.
You know, I don't think a lot of people let the batter sit for 20 minutes.
No.
You mix it up and start frying right away.
Exactly.
Ah.